Formerly known as the Learning Channel, TLC has gained an infamous reputation in recent years for its controversial and polarizing content.
Either you come over to my side of the bed where I'm cuddling with my blow dryer, or else, we won't cuddle at all.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 scandalous TLC shows. For this list, we'll be looking at TLC shows whose popularity has been boosted by one or more sensational elements. Scandals outside of the show will not be considered. So for example, John and Kate's divorce will not factor into our ranking.
Our marriage fell apart and I felt like I was free.
Also, to be clear, we're not taking issue with any of these shows. We're simply highlighting them as examples of the sensationalism that's become standard in TLC content.
They told us to put on a bikini and they wanted to take a test photo shoot. Well, yeah, embarrassing moment of my life.
Number 10. Buying Naked.
Our very first Jackie Youngblood TV commercial.
Nudists need a place to live, just like the rest of us. This show follows Jackie Youngblood, a real estate agent in Pasco County, Florida. The area happens to house the highest number of nudists in the United States, and that's the niche she tends to focus on.
I've already sold over 25 homes to nudists this year. Top that.
There's not much more to the show, but real estate enthusiasts and exhibitionists alike will find something to appreciate in this Bears All series. Nudists aren't exactly common, so it also works as a rare look into a unique lifestyle.
What's wrong with Britt?
Well, we're nudists. I'm walking by, scrape.
Plus, you have to appreciate the talented camera people who seemingly never fail to find props and angles to keep the show appropriate for TV.
I guess you could always wear pants, but...
No.
Number 9. I didn't know I was pregnant.
And that's when I saw a head, and I can see hair.
You'd think this show's longevity would be limited by a lack of material, but it managed to last 4 seasons and 58 episodes. I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant dramatically explores a number of ways in which women can fail to realize they're with child. Some might believe they're infertile, some might not gain weight, some might get false negatives on pregnancy tests.
I dropped a considerable amount, but I just attributed it to the fact that I was busier, that I was on my feet more.
Is this series a guilty pleasure? Most likely. But when you stumble on it while flipping channels, it's undeniably hard to stop watching.
My worst fear was that there was something seriously medically wrong with me.
Even more shocking is the 2015 spin-off special, I Still Didn't Know I Was Pregnant, which explores stories of women who've experienced this particular problem more than once.
And again.
Number 8. My Strange Addiction.
You should really consider not doing it at all.
The phrase my strange addiction could be used to describe the fixation with most TLC shows, but instead, here it's the title of one of the most bizarrely hypnotizing series in the network's history. The controversy lies in the show's tendency to shine a spotlight on people with shocking addictions, while doing little to aid their recovery.
So how the heck that happened?
Well, for the past 7 years, I have been eating drywall.
What's more, the show's been accused of fabricating conditions, or at the very least allowing people to fake addictions to be on the show, although such claims have never been verified. Still, it's hard to turn away when people on TV claim to be in love with their dolls, eat toilet paper, or pull out hair of shower drains for fun.
It's definitely a behavior that I do want to change. I don't know what it's going to take to do that.
Number 7. Sex Sent Me to the ER.
As soon as he climaxed, he collapsed on the bed. And when I say collapsed, I don't mean like out of exhaustion. I mean, he collapsed on the bed, couldn't hold himself up.
Let's be honest. Mankind has been both fascinated and obsessed with sex since the dawn of time. An evening watching reenactments of sometimes hilarious, often cringeworthy sex accidents is bound to be enthralling. And thus, this guilty pleasure reality TV show was born. Some accidents are relatable, like mishaps during shower sex.
Todd.
Julie?
Are you okay?
Others are utterly outlandish, like a woman who couldn't stop climaxing to the point where she required hospitalization.
I've had an orgasm for half an hour. It won't stop.
To be honest, we have to assume this show was picked up by the network almost immediately after the idea was pitched. This low-hanging fruit of a concept would have been hard to pass up.
You okay, baby cakes?
Oh yeah, as okay as any girl whose boyfriend smashed her head through a wall.
Number 6. 90 Day Fiancé.
It's my first time sleeping with Alan. So I'm happy and excited.
Hey, here's an idea. Why not make a mockery of immigration laws in your country through reality TV? This sentiment must have resonated with the creators of this series. in which couples with one member living outside the US fill out a 90-day visa.
Because she's from South Africa, we had to get a K1 visa. It's a fiance visa. And then we only have 90 days to get married.
They then have 3 months to overcome language and cultural barriers and decide if holy matrimony is right for them. Those who aren't ready to tie the knot must send their lover packing on day 91 and promptly end their relationship. Everything from medical tests to interviews proving validity is included in the path toward marriage in this twisted and scandalous spin on The Bachelor.
When we were walking there, I don't know, I just, it was really, really nice, and I realized that I just want, I don't know, to be with them, like, really, really bad.
Number 5. Sister Wives.
I wish it was my wedding night.
This show's premise is provocative to say the least, to the point where it may be downright illegal. Sister Wives details the daily life of Cody Brown and his wives Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, relationships that have resulted in 18 children.
Half of our family are, like Puritans. They're like, ooh, that's so naughty.
Cody is allegedly only legally married to one of his wives, but the unusual situation still prompted a felony bigamy investigation in their home state of Utah. Even those open to this countercultural concept have condemned Brown for exposing his family to possible prosecution for the sake of fame and money. Despite this, or perhaps as a result, Sister Wives has garnered enormous popularity, averaging over 2 million views per episode.
I'm sorry. Wait. Christine, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Janelle, I'm sorry. Well, just a second. Mary, I'm sorry.
Number 4, Breaking Amish.
You know what's going to happen. The same thing that happened to the bishop's daughter. You're just gonna be like an outcast.
At the heart of many TLC shows is the desire to take a little understood cultural phenomenon and share it with the world. The Amish rite of passage, Rumspringa, sees young adults separate from their community in order to decide if they're devoted enough to the lifestyle to live a life of piety permanently.
I finally found a place to live, and things got a little bit better after that. And that's when I got into trouble.
In Breaking Amish, a cast of Amish youths go to New York City, and everything from tattoos to strip clubs and binge drinking ensues. As if that wasn't scandalous enough, the show has been outed as inconsistent, and at other times downright fake. And in the sensationalist world of reality television, that's no small feat. Of course, the criticism hasn't been enough to stop spin-offs.
Jag har decided to när jag i California så ich bin denke will gegenüber was dort
Number 3, Toddlers and Tiaras. Toddlers and Tiaras follows young children and their families as they compete in various beauty pageants. Toddlers are oftentimes completely transformed throughout an episode, and their guardians are portrayed as vicariously living through them, willing to stop at nothing for success. Most notably, perhaps, one child was actually asked to smoke fake cigarettes on stage, while another was forced to pad her bra. Unsurprisingly, the show was put on a 3-year hiatus in 2013, followed by a 1-season reboot, and finally, cancellation. While most shows on our list exploit adults, Toddlers and Tiaras featured the added bonus of taking advantage of children who have little to no agency when participating in such activities.
I kept telling her the whole weekend, faces, big this, big that, everything's gotta be big, big, big.
Number 2, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding.
Everything's falling apart, my dress, Mandy's waiting for me at the altar, I don't have a ride now. I can't even get to the wedding unless I walk.
A name like the Learning Channel suggests educational merit. And under that banner, a show focusing on marriage customs of Romani Americans sounds like a promising exploration of a distinct culture. Ask any of its many, many critics, however, and they'll quickly tell you that My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding is anything but. According to them, the depiction of Romani Americans or Gypsy people is inherently racist and does nothing but reinforce false stereotypes about an already marginalized community.
She came, she wanted it, she got what she wanted, and all I ended up with was a broken nail.
In fact, its legitimacy has been questioned to the point that some claim no true Romani American gypsies have actually appeared on the show. Despite all the bad press, the show's continued success kept it on air.
You won't see anything if we bend over, and you won't see us all over the boys unless you're a dirty girl.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Yeah, the gingerbread man got a tailor-made suit on.
I don't know why I can't stop.
And I feel like I'm worthless.
How is this
this work? You know, I've really thought this one through, and I would provide every NHS hospital with a euthanasia van in the car park.
Okay.
Number 1, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
I'm leaving all the girls in my dirt of my pedals.
On a network rife with so-called exploitation, many critics say this is the worst offender. Basically a spin-off of Toddlers and Tiaras, it depicts Mama June, young Honey Boo Boo, and a cast of equally colorful characters as they attempt to win child beauty pageants.
You want to be a pageant girl makeup or you flower girl makeup?
Pageant girl.
That's my girl.
But don't let that plot fool you. It's more of a thinly veiled excuse to display the outrageous and dysfunctional activities of its cast in the name of entertainment.
Yeah, I ain't really like letting myself go, but I just look good when I want to look good.
The show was finally canceled when it was discovered that Mama June Shannon was dating a convicted child molester. But even with its early cancellation, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo firmly cemented its place in TV history as one of the most scandalous and highly debated reality series to ever air. Do you agree with our list? What TLC TV shows do you think are the most scandalous?
Did somebody order ein Bier?
Jawohl.
For more realistic top 10s, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
I ain't got it.